1 week after Attorney General Dustin McDaniel subpoenaed all records and documents pertaining to the ExxonMobil pipeline that ruptured in Mayflower, the oil company hands over nearly 13,000 pages of information. Fox 16's Caroline Wyman explains what the next step in the investigation is and that the rupture in the pipe is bigger, much bigger than expected.
General Dustin McDaniel addresses the media, updating the status of his demand the ExxonMobil pipeline company hand over all records and documents on the 65-year-old line running through Mayflower that spilled 5,000 barrels of oil on March 29th.
We received 12,587 pages of documents. That includes 5 CDs of data and more than 200 blueprint-sized diagrams.
Lawyers and investigators are reviewing those documents as part of the Attorney General's independent investigation. A team of experts will go over the spill site, working with all involved agencies, looking at the air and water quality test samples.
I have requested $4 million from Exxon to immediately establish a fund to pay the state's investigative expenses. This is consistent with federal law and the approach taken by attorneys general on the Gulf Coast, who were advanced $175 million from the responsible party in that case, BP.
The Attorney General says he still has more questions than answers about why this happened. According to state and federal investigators, the broken portion of the pipeline is larger than originally thought.
The rupture itself was more than 22 feet long. 22 feet, 3.5 inches long, and 2 inches wide, to be more precise.
The concern and focus remains on cleaning up the oil spill and looking at ways to make sure something like this never happens again.
It is my hope that through our investigation we can identify and implement means by which Arkansans can and will be better protected in the future from problems with this and other aging pipelines.
This is an ongoing investigation, and the thousands of pages of documents won't be released to the public until the investigation is complete. However, the Attorney General says his team should have more information in the coming days.
They definitely have their work cut out.
Yeah, they do.
Oh yeah, can you imagine sifting through all of that paperwork?
22 feet, 3.5 inches. That's a big rupture when you think about it. But I know the weather played a factor in today's efforts in terms of the cleanup. Mobil sent their cleanup crews home because of the weather.
Quite worrisome, not only for the crews out working in the field, but also so the oil doesn't spread. With the heavy rains coming down, they actually put an additional containment barrier around the main body protecting Lake Conway, so you see those floating devices in the water. So they really reinforced that to keep the oil from spreading. So we'll see how successful it was tomorrow.
I know you'll stay on it. So
Will do.